Hello, it's me, the ukulele teacher, and as you might have seen a couple of weeks ago, right here on this channel, I asked you to let me know what your favourite Beatles song was. And I said that I would do a lesson on the most popular one. Well, after letting you guys chat about it amongst yourselves for over a week, it turns out that the most popular song that you guys wanted to learn was Norwegian Wood. So, grab your uke, make sure it's in tune, and when it is in tune it should sound like this. And let's go ahead and play through a little snippet of Norwegian Wood to give you guys a rough idea of how it should sound when you've learned it. If you'd like a song sheet so you can follow along, then be sure to sign up to patreon.com/uteacher, where you get a PDF song sheet with every lesson, plus each video at least 24 hours before the rest of the world. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3.
She once had me. She showed me her room. Isn't it good, Norwegian Wood? She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. So I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair. I sat on a rug, biding my time, drinking her wine. We talked until 2, and then she said, it's time for bed.
Now this song, of course, is made up of that very iconic sitar riff, mixed with some fairly basic and straightforward chords and strumming patterns. If you like, you can play just the chords and the strumming, or what I'm going to teach you is how to play both at the same time. First things first though, I just want to say a massive thank you to Ortega Guitars for sending me this beautiful ukulele to play and for sponsoring this lesson. If you'd like to find out more about this ukulele, then check out the link in the video description below. Also, if you like my incredible Abbey Road inspired Ukulele Road Beatles themed t-shirt, then check out ukuleletees.com. This was just a limited edition t-shirt and it may have already gone by the time you're watching this video, but we have some amazing ukulele related t-shirts available year round. So check it out right now to pick up your very cool ukulele based t-shirt today. So the riff itself should sound something like this. Now on its own that melody should sound like this. And the chords on their own sound like this. But put it together and it should sound like this. And that's a technique called chord melody, where you play chords and melody at the same time. And believe it or not, although it sounds really, really cool, it's actually relatively straightforward, and with a bit of practice, you will get the hang of it. So let's break this whole thing down section by section. Firstly, these are the chords that you'll need for the song. If you already know them, then skip ahead now. To play the chord of E, bar the 4th fret with your first finger. That means you push down on all 4 strings at the same time. Then add your 4th finger to the 7th fret of the 1st string. And the chord of E should sound like this. To play the chord of D, just slide that whole shape down 2 frets. And the chord of D should sound like this. To play the chord of A, put your 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 3rd string and your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And the chord of A should sound like this. To play the chord of E minor, put your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and your 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and the chord of E minor should sound like this. To play the chord of G flat minor, put your 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 3rd string, your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, and the chord of G flat minor should sound like this. And to play the chord of B, bar the 1st and 2nd strings on the 2nd fret with your 1st finger, then put your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, and your 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the 4th string, and the chord of B should sound like this. Now there are basically two main sections to this song. There's the part that follows the riff melodically, which I'm guessing I'm going to call the verse, the part that goes like this. I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. And then there's the in-between section, which I guess I'm going to call the chorus, the part that goes like this. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. So I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair. So let's start off by learning each of those sections one at a time with just the chords and the strumming. Firstly, we'll start off with that verse. The verse is made up of two lines of E to D to A to E. The strumming pattern that I play is a nice and simple down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, all the way through the line. So basically you play it 5 times on the E, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you split it once between the D and the A, like this. 1, and then twice more on the E. 1, 2, to give you 8 down, down, ups on each line, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a half, 7, 8. And when you can play that line through twice, you've got the verse. It's the part of the song that goes like this. I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. She showed me her room, isn't it good, Norwegian Wood. And that takes you into the chorus, which is even easier. The first line of the chorus, the chords are E minor to A, and you play the down, down, up pattern 4 times on each chord, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the second line, the chords are E minor to G flat minor to B. And here you play the pattern 4 times on the E minor, and then twice on each of the G flat minor and the B, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. So put that together and your chorus should sound like this. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. So I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair. And then basically the song just alternates between verse and chorus all the way through. So if we carry on, the next verse sounds like this. I sat on a rug, biding my time, drinking her wine. We talked until 2, and then she said, it's time for bed. But then before the next chorus, we play the riff, which we also play for the intro. Now, even though that sounds really complicated, believe it or not, you're actually, mainly with your left hand, just playing the same chords as you play in the verse. E to D to A to E, twice. And you'll see with my left hand, although I am doing a couple of extra things, I'm mainly just keeping those 3 chord shapes all the way through. E, D, A. And I'm even more or less playing the same down, down, up pattern all the way through. So how do I get from playing strumming to playing chord melody? Well, let's try and break it down for you. Now I should warn you, this is the hardest part of the song, and although it's not super difficult, it will take you a bit of practice. So don't worry if you have to stop this video a bunch of times and play it back over and over again and practice a lot until you get the hang of it. If it's something you haven't done before, then it will take a bit of time to get used to. Firstly, although I'm playing the regular strumming, down, down, up, down, up, what I actually do is strum with one finger so that I can accentuate certain strings when I need them to sound louder than the rest. Because basically what you're doing is playing the chords, but every now and again you're picking out one or two of the strings to sound louder than the rest of them, like this. So for that bit, I'm playing down, down, up, and then I'm accentuating the 4th string on the 6th fret, and then the 4th fret, like this. Down, down, up, 6, 4 on the 4th fret, and then 5 and 4 on the 2nd string. But if you look, I can keep that E shape all the way through this section with my left hand. And that basically means that any strings that you play by accident or in addition to the main melody will still be the right notes because they'll be in that E chord. So they should still sound good, even if you accidentally hit the wrong string. So we're playing down, down, up as normal, then 6, 4 on the 4th string, and then 5, 4 on the 2nd string, like this. Down, down, up, 6, 4, 5, 4, down, up. Then we play 6 on the 3rd string, 5, 4 on the 2nd string, and then down, down, up again, like this. 6, 5, 4, down, down, up. And then we go down to that D shape, and here I sort of play one downstroke on the bottom 3 strings, and then I pluck the 1st string, and then I play one downstroke on the A chord, and then I go back up to the E chord and start playing that down, down, up pattern twice more. So, strumming that E all the way through, it's down, down, up, 6, 4 on the 4th string, 5, 4 on the 2nd string, down, down, up. Then we play 6 on the 3rd string and 5, 4 on the 2nd string, and then down, down, up. And then on the D, we play down on the bottom 3 strings, up on the 1st string, one downstroke on the A, and then back up to that E. Twice more for the down, down, up, down, up. So let's put that all together and play through it super slowly to see how it sounds when we start to put it together. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And there we're starting to put together what's known as chord melody, where we're playing basic chords, E, D, and A, but we're adding a little bit of melody. So you get that cool sitar tone with the chords in the background. And when you can start to play it a little bit quicker, it should sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And basically, when you put that together, play it through over and over again, it'll eventually sound like that. But remember, you will have to start very, very slow at first, because it does take a lot of practice and getting used to. But once you get the hang of it, chord melody is a really, really useful technique, and you'll find yourself using it a lot to give you a little bit of extra bulk to your sound when you're playing songs on your own. It's a cool way of getting chords and melody at the same time. So put that all together and you've got your riff, your verse and your chorus. Put that all together and that's how to play Norwegian Wood by the Beatles. If you'd like a song sheet to help you put the whole thing together, then sign up today to patreon.com/uteacher. Also, don't forget, if you like my t-shirt, check out ukuleletees.com. I've been the Ukulele Teacher and I'll be back again soon with some more great lessons and videos for you. If you have any requests for future lessons, then let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, until next time, I love you all and I wish you the best.